Every bull run produces coins that surprise the market. Sometimes it's a meme token, sometimes it's a Layer 1 project, and other times it's a coin that has been quietly building for years before finally getting recognition. Kaspa is a great example of the last category. It doesn't rely on hype alone. It's known for its unique proof-of-work consensus and insane transaction throughput. So if you're holding 19,258 KAS right now, you're probably asking yourself how much this could be worth by 2026. That's exactly what we're breaking down today. The current value of your holdings, different price scenarios over the next few months, and the catalysts that could determine how high Kaspa climbs. But before we continue with the video, I just want to say, if you're looking for a trusted exchange, I personally use BTCC. They've been around for more than 12 years, they're fully licensed, and they offer deep liquidity with super low fees. Right now, you can claim up to $10,055 in deposit bonuses, trade over 300 different cryptos, and even use up to 500x leverage. Best part? No KYC needed. Use the link in the description to sign up and grab your bonus today. Now let's start with where Kaspa stands today. At the time of recording, KAS is trading at 5 cents with a market capitalization of around $1.3 billion. With your holdings of 19,258 tokens, your stack is currently worth about $963. That's your baseline. But where things go from here depends entirely on Kaspa's ability to keep building and on the strength of the overall market heading into 2026. Kaspa is different from many other coins because it's still proof of work, but with a twist. It uses a protocol called GhostDAG, which allows it to process multiple blocks at once instead of forcing them into a single chain. In practice, this means Kaspa can handle about 10 blocks per second right now, with plans to scale much further. That's dramatically faster than Bitcoin or Litecoin, and makes Kaspa one of the fastest proof-of-work networks ever created. For miners and developers, this is an appealing mix of decentralization, security, and scalability. Another huge development is smart contracts. Kaspa has been preparing to roll them out, and they're expected to go live very soon. This is a game changer because it means Kaspa will no longer just be a transactional network. It will also be a platform for decentralized applications. If adoption picks up, smart contracts could bring entirely new demand to the ecosystem and increase the use cases for KAS beyond transfers. So how much could your holdings be worth by 2026? Let's run some scenarios. If Kaspa stays flat at 5 cents, your 19,258 tokens will still be worth about $963. If the price doubles to 10 cents, your stack would be worth $1,926. If it climbs to 25 cents, that's $4,814. At 50 cents, you'd be looking at $9,629. At $1, your 19,258 KAS would be worth $19,258. And in an extremely bullish scenario, if Kaspa were to hit $2, your stack would explode to $38,516. Now let's put these numbers into context with market cap math. At 5 cents, Kaspa's market cap is $1.3 billion. At 25 cents, the market cap would be around $6.5 billion. At 50 cents, it would climb to $13 billion. At $1, Kaspa would be valued at about $26 billion. And at $2, the market cap would reach $52 billion. Those are ambitious numbers, but they're not impossible if Kaspa becomes a recognized leader in proof-of-work scalability and decentralized applications. To compare, several other Layer 1 projects with weaker fundamentals have reached market caps above $30 billion during past bull runs. The real question is whether Kaspa can continue building adoption to justify those valuations. There are several reasons to stay optimistic. First, its speed and scalability give it a strong technical foundation. Processing 10 blocks per second puts it far ahead of older proof-of-work coins, and that number could increase even further as upgrades roll out. Second, the upcoming smart contracts will add entirely new demand drivers for the token. Projects, developers, and users could begin building on Kaspa in ways similar to what we've seen with Solana, Cardano, and others. Third, Kaspa has a strong community and mining base. That grassroots support often helps projects survive downturns and thrive in bull markets. But of course, there are risks. The proof-of-work model, while secure, is also energy-intensive, and as global regulation tightens, Kaspa could face criticism or restrictions similar to Bitcoin. Competition is another big factor. Kaspa is trying to carve out a unique space, but there are dozens of other Layer 1 projects fighting for the same attention, from high-throughput proof-of-stake chains to established networks with massive developer ecosystems. If Kaspa doesn't differentiate enough, it could struggle to attract large-scale adoption. Finally, market conditions matter. If 2026 brings a bearish phase, even strong projects like Kaspa could see prices suppressed. Still, the upside potential here is clear. Kaspa is one of the few proof-of-work projects innovating beyond just being a payment coin. It combines the security of mining with the scalability of modern consensus mechanisms, and now it's adding smart contracts on top. That positions it as something unique in a crowded market. So let's bring it back to your 19,258 tokens. At 5 cents, they're worth $963. If Kaspa rises to 10 cents, your stack doubles to $1,926. At 25 cents, it's $4,814. At 50 cents, it's $9,629. At $1, your tokens are worth $19,258. And if Kaspa somehow runs to $2, your stack would be worth $38,516. Each of these numbers represents a different level of adoption and growth, but they show just how much room there is for upside compared to today's price. By 2026, Kaspa could still be an under-the-radar project, or it could be a major player in the next wave of crypto infrastructure. With speed, scalability, and new features rolling out, it has the ingredients to capture attention. Whether your 19,258 tokens stay close to $960 or climb into five-figure territory depends entirely on adoption, developer interest, and how strong the next bull cycle is. What's certain is that Kaspa has carved out a unique position for itself, and holding it into 2026 means you're betting on a project that's trying to do something very few proof-of-work networks have achieved: true scalability with real-world use cases.